This presentation is gonna explain the relationship between truth and ordered structures. It's based on a theory of truth that relates the concept to saving energy. True statements are related to saving energy, and false statements are related to wasting energy. To see why this is the case, consider directions to a store that's actually located 1 block north of you. If you're given true directions, if you're told the store is 1 block north of you, you'll be able to find the store using a very small amount of energy because you know where the store is. Now consider if you're given false directions to the store, if you're told the store is 1 block south, you'll have to go the wrong way and you'll have to search for the store. You'll take a lot more energy to find the same store. The false set of directions waste your energy. So this concept that relates truth to saving energy can be generalized. It can be generalized beyond language and beyond statements. An energy-saving statement, the same idea can be generalized as energy-saving information in general, which can be not just a sentence, but a picture, or a sound, or any other kind of information. This can be further generalized as energy-saving ordered structures, which can be something actually part of physical reality, a physical object like a hammer. So what does this general concept of truth actually allow you to do? It allows you to treat language and information in the same way as objects that you hold in your hand. So something that you speak can be treated in the same way as something that you hold in your hand and interact with. This unites language, information, and physical objects under the umbrella of ordered structures, which can be both information and physical objects. These ordered structures, right, can be any kind of ordered state of matter you can imagine. Ordered structures can be both a sentence like "Where is the cat?" or a physical object that you hold in your hand like a hammer. Both of these things are different kinds of ordered structure. Truth is related not just to language, but to energy-saving ordered structures. This is actually the best way of seeing what it is truth actually does. How do we actually use this concept? Think of language now as a set of different structures. Different sentences are kind of like different shaped physical structures in the real world. One sentence might be like a triangle structure, another sentence might be like a square structure. They kind of work the same way. Language can be considered as auditory and written structures and symbols with sets of rules that they must follow. Statements are kind of like separate structures that follow these rules of language. How do we actually use this way of thinking about truth and way of thinking about language to answer this question and think about this question, where is the store? So what's the true answer to this question? It's exactly like saying, what's the most energy-saving structure? Right? Thinking about language as structure. So first, how do we think about this question? You frame the question in terms of a task. So the question, where is the store, is directly related to the physical task of finding the store, of looking for and finding the store. So think about you are on a street corner and you're looking for a store. You don't know where the store is. What kind of information would help you to save energy completing the task that you're trying to do? What information saves you energy when you're looking for this store? So information that saves you energy is, of course, information that tells you where the store is. This information isn't necessarily language, right? Some non-language structures that could tell you where the store is might be an image depicting your location and the store's location. Maybe just a crude pencil sketch on a napkin, as long as it tells you what direction you have to go and where the store is. Another non-language structure might be some kind of code that tells you how far to go and what direction to go. Like 1BN might mean 1 block north, and this could tell you enough information to get to the store. Language structures, like the sentence, "the store is 1 block north," the sentence, "it's over there down the street," accompanied by a finger point like, "Hey, it's over there down the street." These structures agree with the structural system we call language. Now consider this. Why is it that these structures help you save energy? Right? Why do all of these structures help you find the store? It's because they all tell you where the store is. They make it so you don't have to search for the store. They make it so you can find the store much more easily. So why are they energy-saving structures? Ultimately, it's because they actually correspond with the physical structure of reality. The structure involving where you actually are in the real world and where the store actually is in the real world. You and the store are 1 block apart from each other. Truth involves the relation between the physical structure of reality and language structures that are used to describe it, and the correspondence between these two sets of structures. Because of this correspondence, these language structures allow you to save energy when you interact with the physical structure of reality. All of these structures, whether they're language or whether they're not, correspond with the actual location of you and the store in reality. Therefore, because of this correspondence, they allow you to save energy when you go and actually interact with reality, when you go find the store, when you go to complete your task. The true answers to the question, where is the store, is the set of information structures, whether language or not. Right? It can be language, it can be symbols, that allow you to save energy when you find the store, because they're structures that correspond with the physical structure of reality, where you actually are and where the store actually is. So now let's think about this concept of truth beyond language altogether. This statement, what is the truth of moving through water, right, can be related to the question, what is the most energy-saving ordered structure for completing the task of moving through water? So what structure saves energy when moving through water? This is actually the same energy-saving concept, just using the more abstracted notion of physical structures instead of language. The answer itself isn't language. It's not mathematics. The answer is the structure itself. So the question, what is the most energy-saving structure, right, is related to this problem of finding structures that move through water with very low resistance. This problem is known as streamlining. So what is the most streamlined structure? The answer, what is the most streamlined structure, is the airfoil structure. This is the most aerodynamic or streamlined structure for moving through any kind of fluid. So the airfoil structure itself is the true answer to moving through water. The word airfoil is simply our tag, our description, language description of the physical structure. The structure itself is true even if there's no language involved, if no language is present or used to describe it. The structure is true without any language. Now consider that this statement, the store is 1 block north, and that's a true statement. And this structure, this airfoil structure, these structures are both truth. They're both true for the same reason. They both are energy-saving structures, and they both help navigate through the physical structure of reality more easily. One, because it physically helps move through liquid with less energy. The other, because it helps find a physical location in reality more easily. So this true statement allows you to do something in physical reality with less energy. It's an energy-saving language structure. Just like this shape, this airfoil shape, also allows you to move through reality, move through the physical structure of liquid in reality with less energy. It's also an energy-saving structure. This time it's a physical structure instead of a language structure, but they both do the same thing. Truth is related to what task needs to be accomplished and what structure saves energy. This is a very compact way of looking at this problem. The task of moving through water is related to the energy-saving structure of the airfoil. The task of communicating directions to an English-speaking person is related to the energy-saving structure of an English sentence that correctly describes the directions. The task of moving across the ground, what might that be? That might be related to the energy-saving structure of a wheel, of a wagon wheel. The task of cleaning dirt off the floor is directly related to the energy-saving structure that we call a broom. The question, what is the speed of sound? How is that related to a task? That's actually related to the very practical physical task of predicting the speed of sound. The question, what is the speed of sound, is related to the task of actually going out and measuring the speed of sound, predicting that measurement. So the structure that saves energy is the correct answer to this question. It's the information structure that corresponds with the actual speed of sound in physical reality, which is 343 meters per second. This is true because it's a information structure and a language structure that corresponds with how reality actually behaves. So this task of flying through the air now, what structure saves energy for this task? This structure we know as a wing structure, as an aerodynamic wing structure. It's a structure that's very, very efficient at helping creatures fly through the air. This has been an overview of how truth is inseparable from the concept of energy-saving, ordered structure, and how this concept unites language, information, and the physical world. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this latest presentation.